today's present now moment. Happy Aquarius season. Aquarius season is from January 19th to February 18th. And I'm really excited to share this message with you guys, welcoming you in not only just to the Aquarius season, but also in terms of astrology. The moon today is first quarter moon, where essentially this is the point in which the sun and the moon meet at a square. And so today's new message, where we transition coming from the new moon in Capricorn last week, where we were asked to bring in, settle in our intentions, our new moon wishes, and hone them down using that Capricorn earthy energy. So bringing the visions, the ideas, the dreams into the physical realm through planning, making plans, intentions to act on them in the next couple of weeks. So for those of you who are new, my name is Stephanie, and I am a cosmic narrator, storyteller channel, and I'd say archetype of a priestess that I identify with. And I'm here to help bring the spiritual practices from the higher dimensional realms here into the physical 3D realm in a way that we can use it into practicality and tap into the energies of earth, nature, the cosmos, and the spirit world, so we can live a more abundant life, enjoyable, fun life now, and not have to experience a life in which we think we have to wait for it. So for those of you who identify as a star seed, a fellow seeker of light and truth, a light worker, or an alien such as an Arcturian or Lemurian or any of the other stars collectives out there, welcome. And I'm here to help give you that nudge, that push, that guidance that you need so that you can really step into the embodiment of who you really are at your higher unity conscious level. And so this is actually a great transition, because today's message, moving from that step, that stage of setting the intention and now taking action and manifesting it out into the physical reality. Now, when we are in a stage of planning and preparation and reflecting on all the possible choices that are available for us, that's entering that stage of divine feminine energy. We step back, we reflect. When we want to take action, we take action when we've assessed the possibilities, and then we set our goal, our vision, and we're ready to point that arrow and shoot and make choices, decisions that are in alignment to where we want to go. And that's entering that space of masculine energy. And so with this first quarter moon, the theme is change and power. a shift of perspective is actually needed when moving on up, leveling on up, and moving forward and growing. And so in order to make the shift change, you need to let go in order to receive. And it's important to first acknowledge as a star seed or frame of reference. You have to understand that on the daily grind, day-to-day living on this 3D level manifestation, where we can see things, touch things, smell them through our senses, there is always a constant struggle of power between the ego self and our true selves, the selves that we really is our truth. And our truth is that we are one. We are unity, one unity consciousness. And we know who we are. And I'm speaking to those of you who have sensed, heard the messages from your higher selves, and you tune into that self, that authentic 100% best version of who you are, your higher self, and you feel confident, empowered. You don't doubt your your decisions, your choices. And that's the self of you who's at the higher levels of dimension of realities. You see them in your third eye, your visions and your dreams. Although you might not be able to see them in a physical state, awakened state, doesn't mean that that's not who you are, because you exist in different levels, planes of dimensions, right? It just so happens that in this physical world where we are able to express ourselves, we have that constant struggle of power between that higher self and the ego self, what I like to call your shadow self, the part of you that has this attachment to the physical world, to the physical materials, or an attachment or security in the stories that you've been told from the experiences that you've had so far in this lifetime, or stories people have told you about yourself. And so this is where it's important to set that foundation and frame of reference before we go forward, because the experiences that we experience in this day-to-day life, those things are not within our power, right? There's always other factors or energies going on. And however, the quality or the way that you experience things, those situations and circumstances, can be approached from a higher perspective, rather than seeing things from behind the veil, where you're not seeing the truth of what energies and the directions from your higher self and your spirit guides are actually helping you with in the current moment. And help that's always available to you and for you. And the reason why this is brought up, especially right now, is because, again, we are in a present time where we reincarnated, and if you're awakening or have already been awakened, you have been woken up to tap in and utilize the gifts and your inherent light codes to be expressed to help the collective energies in terms of the life right next to you, or your own life, and then the life of the planet itself, and all the other upper dimensional levels of existence. And this is important because once you take back your power now in this level dimension, it resonates and vibrates and it impacts generations. And this is important going forward because we've entered here, and if we don't make new changes by playing the game and facing the resistance that will come up now and show up as our authentic selves, making decisions, thinking thoughts, saying words from the perspective and embodiment of who we really are, versus the reactions that are triggered by our ego shadow self that's attached to the physical world, we'll keep repeating these mishaps that we've perhaps already repeated, not only just in this lifetime, but and other lifetimes before. And the biggest barrier that we have to break right now as a collective, conscious collective, right, is that the lie is you are limited, you are powerless, your circumstances cannot change, or you don't have the power and assistance to experience the life you want for the highest and greatest good for yourself and for those around you. And so knowing that this is what we're here for and using the cosmic guidance this week, January 23rd, 24th, we are preparing ourselves. This is why we're here in this cosmic tune-up. We're preparing ourselves because if you're going to experience or already are experiencing a rise of energy in your personal life or social circumstances, it is because the energies are going to be rising due to the planetary movements of Mars and Jupiter. And this shift change here is triggering us at the physical ego shadow level. And rather than giving our power away and seeing things from the old point of view, making old habits stand out, it is time. We are being asked by the moon and the stars right now to sit back, pull back from any external sources that could trigger you at a personal level. And you're being asked also to tune in to your voice, your higher self, so that we can stop doing what unfortunately a lot of us who begin to walk that spiritual path is spiritual bypassing, where we are aware of any situations that are presented to question our confidence, question our commitment in the path, in the direction that we said that we wanted to ascend to, and also really just that they present themselves as challenges for us. Rather than running away, stuffing your emotions, hiding the problem, it's time to face it, or else it's going to keep repeating as a cycle and coming to your attention. And so feel free to reach out to me at my website, guerrerosdieta.com, or through Instagram or email, and I'll just put it down here below for you to tune in. Thank you for joining me, and I'd love for you to comment down below, share with us what is that first action step you're going to take, that you're going to make. Satnam.